let me guess, your gym membership is already giving you the side eye. Your planner is still on January. Your meal prep Sundays are now just Sundays. And your vision board is somewhere in your house whispering, so we're going to pretend we didn't make all those promises to yourself and then forget them? Well, welcome to February. This is the month when reality taps New Year's resolutions and goals on the shoulder and says, hey, bestie, it was cute while it lasted. But today, I want to talk about why your goals did not stick or normally don't hold, and why that does not mean you failed. Plus, more importantly, how you can become the kind of person who makes your goals inevitable. By the end of this video, you're gonna look at yourself, your dreams, your identity, all of the things completely differently. Hey guys, I'm Janine Samuels. For those that don't know me, I'm the CEO and president of Sideline Prep, and we help aspiring pro cheerleaders and dancers become more polished and confident for prep classes and auditions. But that's hard to do if one thing goes unchecked. So today, I'm sitting in my office, and as you can see, I'm surrounded by photos of me in my pro cheer uniforms. And when I look at these pictures, I don't just see an 11-year pro cheer career. I see an identity I chose long before I ever made the team, not even realizing that that's what was happening. And that is the secret. Your identity is the most important quiet force that determines what you accomplish or don't accomplish, how you show up or don't show up. And we're going to get into that in just a second. But let's start with the brutal truth, right? Research shows that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. According to US News and World Report and the University of Scranton, only about 8 to 9% of people actually achieve their resolutions. There's even a day called Quitter's Day, typically the second Friday of January, when most people just give up. Was that you? If so, no shade and no worries, guys. I got you. If your motivation dipped or your routine slipped and your discipline just ghosted you, congratulations. Guess what? You're human. Now, some people feel like New Year's resolutions are just a waste of time. Actually, psychologists point out that oftentimes they're too vague, too ambitious, and built on willpower alone. But here's the part that I want you to hear. Just because most people quit doesn't mean goal setting doesn't work. It doesn't mean it's a waste of time. It just means that you are not the person you need to be to accomplish what you want to accomplish. It means identity work is missing. The data shows that it is completely normal to abandon your goals. Life gets busy, fear gets loud, old habits get uncomfortable, and new habits just don't stick. But abandoning a goal doesn't mean you're broken. It means you were trying to do something without first learning how to be the person that actually does that something. And this is where everything shifts. One of the most life-changing concepts I ever learned came from my mindset coach, Jim Fortin, and it's this concept of identity. He teaches that your identity, built from past experiences, subconscious beliefs, dictates your reality, and you don't even realize it's happening because, again, it's subconscious. So to change your life, you must first shift your identity by asking, who would I be? What type of person would I be? What type of habits would I have if I already had what it is that I wanted? Then you have to embody that new self through focused awareness and action rather than just trying to change your behavior. You have to align your inner being with your outer goals. You have to be the person who already has what you want. Your identity, who you believe you are, determines the habits that you tolerate, the standards that you live by, the actions that you repeat, the results that you create. Your environment, your habits are simply external behavioral manifestations of your internal identity. If you want to know your current identity, look at your current results. Are you happy where you are, or do you want to change? Here's the beauty. Since you were responsible for creating your current identity, your current environment, you can change it, mold it, level it up, and enhance it. That's the great news, right? And I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a second. But first, let me share the other light bulb moment that Jim shared. Jim teaches the difference between have, do, be, and be, do, have. Most people live like this. When I have the time, then I'll do the workouts, and then I'll finally be strong and confident. When I have a coach, then I'll do the hard training, and then I'll become a pro cheerleader. Well, that's backwards. The truth is, you must first be that person. Then you will do what that person does, and eventually you will have what that person has. Most people operate backwards, have, do, be. You and me, that's how we normally do it. But Jim Fortin reverses it, saying that you first must be the person who has the desired life. Then you will naturally do what that person does so that you can eventually have what that person has. And in looking back to my first year as a cheerleader, even in high school, then college, and then eventually the NFL and then the NBA, I didn't become confident after my number was called at my audition. I didn't become disciplined after I made the team. I didn't become committed after I put that uniform on for the first time. I chose that identity first. I first decided I am the kind of person who trains when no one is watching. I am the kind of person who doesn't quit when it gets hard or uncomfortable. I am the kind of person who belongs on that field or on that court. I am the kind of woman who works on my weaknesses no matter what. The belief, the being was first. And then the uniform came next. And I didn't even realize this. So if your New Year's goals did not stick, it doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you lack discipline. It doesn't mean that you're not capable. It simply means that you are not being the person who just naturally keeps those promises to yourself, or who just naturally does what needs to be done to turn your goals into a reality. Think about it. If you were already that person, you would probably have already accomplished that goal. And it's not judgment, that's freedom. Because, like I said, identity can be upgraded. So let's bring this home for my dancers and my cheerleaders out there. So many of you tell us, I want to be an NFL cheerleader. I want to dance for the NBA, right? I want to go pro. But the real question is, are you being a pro level performer right now? Not when prep classes start, not when audition dates are dropped, not when the judges are watching you, but on a random Tuesday in the gym, in the dance studio, in your nutrition, in your mindset, in your self talk, in your consistency. How are you being day in and day out? That will ultimately manifest in your environment, your accomplishments, and your life. So let's get practical. Here are your steps. Step one, you have to identify the identity. Ask yourself, who is a person who already has achieved my goal? Who is she? Who is he? What would be the identity of someone who already has what I desire and what I want? Ask, what would they do? What would they eat? What are their habits? How do they think? What are their mantras? What are their affirmations? How do they treat their body with workouts? How do they fuel their body? What are their beliefs? If you don't know, then observe successful people. Observe people who are already where you want to be. Then write it down. She or he trains every day when they're tired. She fuels her body like an athlete. She manages her time. She finishes what she starts. Step two, shift your inner being, not just your thinking. Stop trying to force behaviors and actions at this point. Instead, focus on embodying the new identity so that those actions eventually become natural, like a runner who just runs. A person who cares about their body just works out and they eat healthy. It's a part of their being. It's second nature because it is who they are. So, how do you need to shift your identity? Journal about this. Write and say and feel your I am affirmation statements. Visualize yourself with these new identities and new habits. See yourself being and doing the things that a person who is doing and accomplishing where you want to be already is doing. Take on this new identity and own it. Just do it. Step three, install that identity, right? So take habits and make it a part of who you are. Instead of saying, I'm going to try to work out more, say, I am a disciplined athlete. Athletes train. Then create a habit around working out and dancing on a regular basis. Instead of saying, I hope to stay consistent, say, I am a woman or I am a man who keeps promises to myself. Then ask, what would a pro cheerleader do today? Not next month, not next season, but today. Then outline those habits that you have to do in order to step into that new identity. So, for example, someone who has the identity of a pro cheerleader works out, they take dance classes, they focus on flexibility and technique, they work with a coach to guide them, they eat healthy, right? They drink water, they stay away from sodas, they limit alcohol, fried food, desserts, so on and so forth. That's what you need to do. Your environment matters. Your environment must align with who you're becoming. Your playlist, your circle of friends, your media, your schedule, your self-talk, your shopping list, the food that is in your pantry. Identity grows in aligned environments. So set yourself up for success by creating an environment that supports your new identity and your new habits. Take action and track identity wins, not just the outcomes. Track what you should be doing and when you follow through. Remember, the more that you take action from this new place of being, the stronger your new identity will become. Now, I use what's called a do daily list to help me track my new habits. And it helps to first remind me of what I need to do every day, because after all, these are new habits that aren't a part of who I am yet. Second, it helps hold me accountable. I've loved seeing all those little check marks on my do daily spreadsheet. And if you'd like a copy, we'll share. Just email us at info@sidelineprep.com and we'll send that over to you. But as you track, give yourself grace, right? It's okay if you skip a day. Just don't let it be 2 in a row. Then my favorite step, celebrate your success. I showed up. I did not quit. I chose discipline. I chose consistency. That is what matters. You are creating a new identity. Eventually, this new identity will be just who you are and how you show up every day. And this is how you begin to accomplish things that you've never accomplished before, because you are now doing things that you've never done before. Congratulations. Now listen, while I love vision boards, hey, I have my vision board literally right here. While I love vision boards and goals, you don't rise to the level of your vision board. You fall to the level of your identity. You can light all the candles, you can buy all the planners, and you can recite all the positive quotes and affirmations that you want. But if at your core, if your identity says, I'm the kind of person who quits when it gets hard, your habits will always obey that belief, and your actions will always follow those habits. So here's what I want you to know, especially when your motivation fades. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not late. You are simply in the process of becoming. And becoming is powerful. Every person you admire, every athlete that you look up to, every dancer that you dream of becoming was once where you are now. They just decided one day to become who they wanted to be, do, have. So today, I'm inviting you to choose the same. Choose your identity, step into it, act like it, train like it, live like it. And your goals won't just be possible, they'll be inevitable. If you're ready to stop chasing goals and start becoming the person who attracts them, type in the comments, I am becoming, right? Step into it. And if you're serious about stepping into your pro level identity, this is, exactly what we build at Sideline Prep, on the floor, in the mirror, and in the mind. Because dreams don't come true by accident. They come true by identity. And I believe in you. Now it's time for you to go be. All right, Janine Samuels signing off for Sideline Prep and all of our Sideline Prep coaches. I hope this is going to give you some inspiration to become the person that you need to be to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. See you next time.